So this is a tutorial of the makeup look I was wearing in my, I think it was my cocktail rings, my Zoya number 4 haul, review rather, and my collective haul video that I posted last. It was requested by Twin Smiles. So I hope you enjoy the look. This is kind of like a preview close-up. Like a brown smoky eye, a little bit more metallic, and it's got like a peach metallic shade right underneath the eye, a nude lip. So definitely let me know what you guys think of the look, and stay tuned if you want to see how I created it. And before I forget, I did want to mention, I posted this in the comment after the tutorial was requested for this look, that a lot of the products, like almost every product I used, was from my Project 10 pan, and one of the reasons I'm getting rid of a lot of those things is because they're either a little bit older or they're discontinued products. So instead of having to like research and figure out what in the current collections would be comparable to these items, I'm kind of just like showing you swatches as I'm going along. So I basically say to just use whatever is in your collection that's similar. You don't have to use, you know, the exact same product or even something that is exactly, you know, a close match to the color. So go ahead and use any kind of products that you have that are comparable to create. The first thing I'm going to be doing is priming my lids, and I'm using the Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is the one that came in the Book of Shadows, and as you can probably tell, it's pretty beaten up. So after that's been smoothed out all over the lids, I'm going to use my favorite Lancome Crayon Powder for Lids in Taupe. And this thing, obviously, I've had for a long time. You see how little that is? I really need to get a new one, but I want to use this one up first. So just real quickly, I'm going to kind of fill in the sparse areas. I'm really not precise with this at all. So I basically just get like the general shape down, and then I go and brush it out with the comb on the other side. I'm actually going to start with the highlight shade, and for that I'm using the Urban Decay, I believe this is called the Fix powder, not Fix, FX powder. I have no idea what the name is. It's just like a vial of loose powder. It is iridescent white with silver glitter. It's a really like micro fine silver glitter. So I'm actually just going to use this with my fingers, just get some on my finger. Kind of tap off the excess and pat that on right underneath the eyebrow, just at the highest point. This does flash a little bit pink and a little bit yellow, and I don't want it super heavy-handed because that turns it more into like of a clubby kind of look. But I'm going to bring that in all the way underneath the brow, from the inner corner to the outer. Okay, next I'm using a product from Laura Geller. It's called I Stay. It's a double-ended cream, very long wearing shadow, and this side's almost dried up. This is like an ivory shimmery shade, and this is a dark, they call it mocha. It's more of a bronzy shade, I think, just a deep bronze. And what I'm going to do is tap this on, or pat it on rather, on the outer V. And then I'm going to go in with my finger to kind of manipulate the shadow and put it where I want. And I'm going up above the crease and out to just kind of create that shape on the outside. I'm going to add a little bit more just for a little bit extra intensity. And once you've got the basic shape down, I take a little bit more of that, wipe off the excess, and I'm going to go ahead and bring this down on my lower lash line, kind of meeting up at the ends and bringing that in maybe a third of the way. Next I'm taking a product from Lancome. This is the Sheer Luster Lasting Eye Shimmer, and I have no idea what the color is, but it is a very metallic bronze shade. See if I can swatch this for you accurately. So I'm going to take some of that on my finger. So I'm using my finger a lot in this look. This is just how I did it the first time. So, you know, I wanted to recreate it as close to the original as possible, and I just did this real quick with my fingers. So, and also the cream products I find work a lot better with my fingers, but Maybe that's just me. You can go ahead and use a brush if you like. So this is going to go on the middle of the lid. I'm going to come over that the Laura Geller Mocha shade a little bit, and again bringing it up past the crease, and I'm bringing it in just to leave the inner area open. The simple act of just patting this on over the darker shadow is pretty much like blending it. I mean, with cream shadows, once they've dried, you can't really blend them that much, but just patting this over, it really helps it make it look seamless, so there's not like a harsh line. And next, I know this product is ancient. This is the Hard Candy Quad in Old School. And what I had actually done, I forget which other quad that I had, but I took out 2 of the shades, this one and the one that I'm going to be using up here. These are originally in a different Urban Decay palette. I have no idea which one. But this shade is like a medium toned brown with a slight copperish metallic finish to it. And that's going to be put on my 217 brush from MAC. I'm going to load up the color on there, tap it off, and I'm going to just really darken the area above the crease where I've already applied some shadow. But this is just going to define it a lot more. And again, I'm leaving the inner area still open, and I'm going to come down and kind of accentuate that shape that I already created with the Laura Geller shadow, and bring that down onto the lower lash line. Probably use a smaller brush for this, but I'm just using the tip of the 217. Okay, I'm going to go back and blend that. This is a Stila number 9 brush, which is one of my favorite brushes for blending. I'm going to start by blending it at the top. So the Hard Candy shadow and the Urban Decay one look a little bit less harsh. To kind of soften the outside line as well. Okay, then I'm going to take some of the Clinique Touch Tint for Eyes in Nude Sparkle, which is just a really pretty neutral, like a caramel kind of shade, and it's got a fair amount of shimmer to it. And this is going to go in that inner third area that we've left open. And again, just kind of patting into the other shades really helps them blend, more so than I think using a brush with a cream shadow. I mean, this is just, again, my experience. And I'm also going to take the other side of the Laura Geller Eye Stay, and this is called Champagne. I think it's a lot more ivory and icy toned than most people would think of. Like Champagne is more of a taupe kind of shade, like a very, very light taupe. So I'm going to put this just inside where the tear duct area is and bring it and smudge it a little bit underneath the eye.